Hello everyone, I am Utkarsh Mishra along with my co-authors Marsha Metlon and Stephen Caro. And today I am going to present our paper on kinematic stability based AFG RRT star path planning for cable driven parallel robots. First, we'll move through the introduction and then with the modeling and the performance metrics used. Then we'll move with the path planning methodology and finally we'll conclude with the results, conclusions and future work. In a general context, cable-driven parallel robots are composed of a fixed frame and a moving platform connected to each other by cables. These type of structures offer some advantages of heavier payload capacity, low inertia, and large workspace. However, due to the presence of large number of cables, these structures face some difficulties in cluttered environments. And also, cables cannot push, but they can only pull. This type of structures have various use cases like large-scale 3D printing, large-scale telescopes, and rehabilitation mechanisms. The motivation behind this work is based on already explored metrics to ensure robustness to external wrenches, metrics to ensure manipulability, and rapidly exploring random tree for path planning. So, with this work, we address robust path planning in cluttered environments with efficient manipulability. We consider collisions between platform obstacles and cables, and we do experimental realization. The contribution of this work is a robust path planning module with effective manipulability using RRT star algorithm for agile operations in cluttered environments. We use capacity margin for robustness, dexterity margin for manipulability. Path planning with RRT star is done with the Gilbert-Johnson-Kirthy GJK collision detection algorithm and a custom artificial field guide to ensure fast convergence. We finally perform experimental validation with feasibility of sim-to-real transfer. The figure shows a typical path obtained by the proposed planner. The modeling objective is to plan the path to the goal if it exists, maximizing the wrench capability and with proper manipulability. Our test bed is a 6 degree of freedom spatial CDPR with 8 cables, as shown in figure 2.1. However, we make some modeling assumptions, like cables are massless and inelastic. The cable tensions are strictly positive, that is unilateral. The system is composed of M equal to 8 cables for this case, and a moving platform. Also, we consider only translational motions along X, Y, and Z axis, and only one rotational motion about Z axis. The geometrico-static model consists of a geometric model and a static model. The geometric model is obtained by the vector summation of all the vectors corresponding to the position and cable vectors for each cable. The ith closed loop of a cable for the CDPR is given in figure 2.2. The static model represents the static equilibrium, wherein the force or the wrench applied by the cable tensions on the moving platform should balance the external wrench, WE, given by the external force FP and the normalized external torque. The mapping from the cable tension space to the wrench space is given by a matrix W, which is known as the wrench matrix and is a function of the pose of the platform. All the entities are normalized with respect to a characteristic length given by R. The first performance metric that we use is the capacity margin. To define capacity margin, we define an available tension set, which is a set of all the tensions for all the cables within the maximum and minimum bound. Then we convert this available tension set in the tension space to the wrench space, and it forms a zonotop known as the available wrench set. We finally define the external wrench set, which is a set of all the external wrenches that can be applied on the moving platform during the following of the path. Finally, we calculate capacity margin as the minimum distance between the external wrench matrix, external wrench set, and the available wrench set. A typical contour of the capacity margin for a mid-plane is given in figure 2.4. The second performance metric that we use is dexterity margin. Dexterity margin is used to ensure manipulability, that is, an efficient transmission from the velocities in cable space to the velocity in Cartesian space, and this is achieved by means of the Jacobian matrix J. The dexterity margin is defined as the conditioning number of Jacobian matrix, which is given as a function of the maximum and minimum eigenvalues of J transpose J and maximum and minimum singular values of the matrix itself. Now we move to path planning using RRT star algorithm. To define the general RRT star tree structure, we define a random node, xrand, and then we find x nearest in the current state of the graph. After finding x nearest, we move from x nearest to xrand with a lambda transition to a point x new. Now with a node x new, we search in the vicinity of x new to find x best, that is, any node which has a better objective value than x new. If such a node exists, then we replace x new with x best and connect x nearest to x best. In this way, the graph is completed and the search ends when we reach a node which is within the goal region bounded by epsilon Cartesian distance and delta angular distance. The post transition is defined by linear interpolation of position vector and spherical linear interpolation of the unit quaternions. A typical pose in the transition consists of a position vector P and a unit quaternion defining the orientation Q. The collision detection is done with the help of the GJK algorithm. In the GJK algorithm, we initialize convex polytopes for all the moving platform and obstacles. And then we get the Minkowski difference with respect to a direction from a reference origin. Progressively, we update the simplex and the search direction. And finally, if the simplex contains origin, then it indicates that a collision has happened. Finally, we move to the artificial field guide. Although the randomly exploring trees generate uniform random numbers or uniform random nodes, this ensures the randomness as well as explorability, but with the cost of computation time. In order to reduce computation time, we define an artificial field guide, which generates a random node to attract the exploration of the RRT towards itself, but that happens with a center of attraction given by C. The probability of the random node generated is indirectly proportional to the distance between the node generated and the attraction point. And finally, we generate the node. Although the choice of C is defined by a probabilistic value, and this C can be either the goal node or the random node generated by the RRT itself. Finally, we get the results in simulation. Figure 4.1 shows the start and end mobile platform poses for the CDPR in a cluttered environment that we choose based on the corresponding value of the capacity margin. Given the capacity margin isosurface, the moving platform end pose and the start pose should be within this region such that the feasibility of tensions exist. And then figure 4.2 shows a typical path obtained by our algorithm after post-processing. So the yellow nodes are generally obtained and the green node is the path obtained by RRT. Then we do post-processing to find the most critical nodes that can define the path. And this is the black lines. And finally, we do a spline interpolation to fit the spline and convert the path into a smooth spline path. After 100 iterations of AFG RRT star algorithm, we obtain that the mean value of the computation time is around 13.78 minutes and with a standard deviation of 1.7 minutes. However, we achieve comfortably high values for gamma. The experimental setup is shown as the Craft CDPR prototype at LS2N lab. And secondly, the environmental setup is imitated by using 18 cubic boxes of side 44.5 centimeters. The motion is shown here. As in the transition, you can see that the cables pass with a very less proximity with the obstacles, and this ensures that our model is accurate and the sim to real feasibility is accurate as well. The total trajectory time of 60 seconds was done, and a PID controller on the joint position error or the cable position error is implemented. in order to perform this action. Finally, we can see that the simulated path and the experimental path are very close as compared to each other. Finally, we conclude by saying that a structural robustness-based RRT-star path planning was performed based on a goal-biased artificial field guide. Yet, there are many directions to explore. Although we address typical challenges like ensuring directional exploration, maximizing kinematic stability, maintaining efficient manipulability, and also achieving faster convergence, all we obtain is a path. The next step can be towards directly planning trajectories with extended state space, or using twist feasibility-based planning for trajectory. Also, this kind of setup has been extended with sensors to real time, and so do we plan to extend our setup to predictive plannings and real-time collision detection. Thank you very much.